Katarsal, what's up, Jungoshina? Softness.
Finest example of honor and tradition. A mother can do magic and divination, and Marika, she always felt trapped by our camp. She is more like you. She wants to settle down, start a family, and not travel ever again. I say, let her do what she wants, but tell that to father. And Geza, my brother, he was the opposite of Marika. A hothead who would take everything seriously and pull a dagger on anyone who poked fun at him. Chororo.
Haven't you ever thought about trying to live like other people? Settle down and that?
No way! We're free people, not anybody's serfs or subjects. If we're not treated well somewhere, we simply go somewhere else.
What can you tell me about your camp?
It is my home, wherever it happens to be. Although, I rather spend my time in the woods than sitting by the campfire.
You said you'd share your skills with me. Is that offer still open?
Indeed, it is. The forest is my second home, so if you want to get to know it better, you only have to ask. Apart from shooting from a bow, I have also dealt a few blows in my life, and taken a few. So, I know about fighting from both sides.
Sounds good. I'll be glad if you'd share your knowledge with me.
And what do you fancy the most?
I'd like to improve my marksmanship.
A steady hand and regular breathing. That is what it is all about. So, pay attention. Katarsal, what's up, Pooch?
Such violence! Does anyone live by the Bible? Help!
That madman! Why do you do it?
I should eat something. Here, Mutt!
Excuse me.
Sartives, Romeo. Good day.
Good morning.
Why did you quarrel with the Samin villagers?
It's the same everywhere. That's why we travel. But it's even worse here, because Marika, the voivode's daughter, got mixed up with that village boy. It didn't exactly go well on either side. Farewell.
guys come here for? Oh, well.
Night had a dream about Marika. She returned to the camp, bathed in light, and carried Borghese in her arms. She looked
I
like the
apologize.
Virgin Mary herself, Chimera.
You should go to see Aranka.
Why? You think it means something?
Every dream means something. Go and ask her. Excuse me.
La to dziwes, Gadziu.
Oh, dear Ramiro! Help! Oven arde!
Here, mutt!
Hey, do you want to raise horses?
Good thing you spoke up. I'm looking for someone like that right now. Bibrek told me you're in charge of things here?
We have not really talked properly yet, have we? I am Mikolai, and with my horse Tuv, I organize horse races in this region. As a proper lovari, I make sure it is a challenge for both riders and horses. But we are missing a proper challenger. We cannot find a single decent rider anywhere around here. Even Bibrek, the best human rider, is afraid of me.
Bibrek told me only nice things about you as well.
Ignore Bibrek. We Lovari are more than happy to swindle people like him in horse trading.
What does that mean, that you're lovery?
Ask our horses about that. They will tell you how a proper Lovari cares for them.
Well, I can't speak with horses. At least not sober.
A pity. Folks who understand them can trade them properly, maybe even sell them for a good price. They are almost as clever as people. If Tooth happened to outlive me, he could easily organize these races on his own. What about you and your horse?
He's simply a partner. A friend and a helper. Rather like a dog.
That is how it should be. But not everyone understands that. And Bibrek least of all.
Alright, but how about these races? How do they go?
Every challenger must first bow to Zamur. I tell you, he was a hell of a rider. People will talk about him until Judgment Day. There is an altar in his name in the woods nearby. If you do not say a prayer there, your horse will throw you before the race even starts.
I better not skip that then.
I will take you there. Shall we go?
I'd wait a bit with that.
As you wish.
I'd like to discuss the price.
Getty gajo. Mishtas gajo. I agree.
Listen, Nikolai. I hear you shoe your horses with some special horseshoes. Magical ones. Is there any truth in that?
Hey, leave me alone and stop sticking your nose in here.
All right, easy. I was just asking.
Well, next time ask somewhere else.
I apologize. What is it, you scoundrel?
How are you doing?
Laches gajo mishtas. What can an old woman like me do for you?
Show me your wares.
Maybe next time then. I'm all done.
Excuse me.
Hi, John. Julie.
Ooh, hold up. But there's a scooter.
I'm sorry.
Voivod, what if we made a wager for the amulet?
Dilinigaji, what are you trying? I thought you were on my side.
Are you afraid of losing? The letter against the amulet. An honest wager with honest intentions.
Honest, huh? You want me to end up without shirt?
All right, so how about this? If I win, we trade the amulet for the letter. And if I lose...
The letter will be mine.
But if you lose, you'll give the amulet to Marika yourself. She insisted.
Huh? She want to see her dad on his knees, huh? But that will never happen. Now, listen here to Tignomiro de Gesis. All right then. Just so you know I'm not afraid. And no precarantos can without Voivod. Let us wager. But first you must show me the letter. And I will decide what the wager will be. So there is no trickery. It will be you against my best man. As you can see, I'm not young anymore and I would have disadvantage. Take it or leave it.
All right, I'll get the letter.
Tu t'avel bach, te sa stipel.
Here you go. Take it.
Kaj more.
Come here.
Christ almighty.
Vagyunk, akik vagyunk. Gyere, igyál velünk! Te igyál többet, tűnés, most azonnal!
Igyál többet és beszélj kevesebbet.
Szóval te vagy az a Henry, igaz?
Vagyunk, akik vagyunk.
Tiszteletem.
Gyere, igyál velünk.
Stanislav is a drunk. God knows what he saw.
I hear the devil was seen here.
My God! Leave me alone with that.
I've just had too much work on.
And what's going to happen with that field?
I hear something happened to the hermit.
Forget about him. He's in a bad way. Sick, they say.
I hear Ambrose the hermit has some old sword.
A few folks saw it at his place some years ago, but then it disappeared. Maybe he sold it. Or chucked it out.
I'll have a look at your wares. I'd like to discuss the price.
All right. Why not? Aye, that sum will convince me.
Are you starting to regret coming to play?
The Lord be with you. What do you need?
I need some advice.
You want some advice? Here's some for free. I catch you fighting here again, and I'll spank your bare ass like a brat. Down to business. I don't have all day for you, so what do you want?
I promised Radovan the blacksmith I'd go and see Ambrose the hermit in Apollonia.
My God, lad, stay away from them rocks. Ambrose the hermit sold his soul to the devil and won't talk to nobody no more.
Yeah, I heard that as well. But it seems a bit far-fetched.
So why would an evil spirit suddenly start appearing near Apollonia? It's the devil's work, believe you me.
And has anyone sent to the castle for the priest?
Not at all. Bailiff Thrush is keeping it quiet so far. 4 strangers came here yesterday. They sat in the corner there, but once they heard about the apparition, they started to take a big interest.
What strangers?
They looked like monks, only they had daggers concealed under their robes. I saw them clearly. I'm telling you, there's something fishy going on around Ambrose.
But I have to speak to him.
Didn't you hear what I said? He doesn't speak to nobody. He hides away in his hut and sends everyone away. I'd think long and hard before doing anything if I was you, because this reeks of hell.
I'd like to ask you about that hermit in Apollonia.
Go on then.
What do you know about this apparition?
Stanislav, the herds boy. He comes running into the village that night, all terrified, saying he'd seen a rider from hell in Apollonia. And the very next night, it appeared in the rocks below the road to Tahov. There's this conciliatory stone cross there. And the next day, it was at a funny angle. There's some devilry in it for sure.
Where can I find the herds boy?
Stanislav has a sheep pen in the meadow beyond the Troskovitz graveyard, right above the big crossroads outside Apollonia.
Who's this hermit fella, anyway?
No one knows. He settled in the rocks a few years back. Folk used to go to him for various healing ointments or advice.
And what has he got to do with this apparition?
Well, he was at death's door recently, bedridden, and then suddenly he's got his health back. Just like that. And he's like a different man since then. He sends everyone who goes to see him packing. Mark my words. He sold his soul to the devil to get better. And the devil sometimes comes here on the prowl for unwary souls.
And it was the herds boy who saw it by the cross, or someone else?
The apothecary's wife, Gerda. Ask her yourself. She's not been herself ever since, poor woman.
How do I get to the hermit?
You're asking for trouble, lad. But all right, if you insist, you go through Apollonia, along the path below the rocks, till you reach the point where it crosses the stream. And from there, you take the path uphill to the left, leading into the rocks.
Where did these peculiar monks come from?
Hard to say, but they rode in on well-fed horses.
Monks on horseback? That's definitely odd.
Well, Bashka the Butcher says they came from the bishop about that diabolical apparition. In short, the Inquisition.
What's the latest news, innkeeper?
Nothing much, fortunately, and I hope it stays that way.
Show me your wares. Let's talk about the price.
All right, why not? Finally, a reasonable sum.
There. It looks better already.
Good day.
How can I help you today, friend?
I'd like to ask about that diabolical apparition.
I don't know anything about that.
I need something repaired. Look what I have for you.
What are you trying to pull, you scoundrel?
You're my doggy, eh? You silly mutt. I hear that some apparition was seen around here. Is it true?
Go to hell with that.
I'm
God bless.
sorry.
Grüß Gott.
Greetings. You have a kind master, eh, doggy? I apologize.
I'd like to ask you about something.
No, I don't want to talk about it anymore. Go away, please.
Easy now, Gerda. There's nothing to be afraid of. We'll get to the bottom of this mystery together.
Really? You're not going to laugh at me like all the others?
I believe you really did see something. But I want to know what it really was.
So, what do you want me to tell you?
Relax, Gerda. Have a think, and then tell me what happened with the apparition.
It was the day before yesterday. I was picking marshmallow roots above the rocks. It grows by the cross there, near the big dry tree not far from the road to Tachov. I didn't get home till after dark when I suddenly realized I didn't have my knife.
So you went back to the cross?
God have mercy. He hopped up right out of the ground in front of me. He was all in black and he was grinding his teeth. I started to scream. There was something glinting in the dark and this clanking sound, and I just turned and scarpered.
That's all?
At one point I turned around and I saw a dark shadow darting across the field. Proper flying along it was, like the devil, and heading straight to Apollonia.
What's this place where you saw the apparition?
It's a conciliatory cross, erected in the memory of some innocent's death. They say some years ago, a young fellow killed himself on account of an unhappy love affair. He jumped from a cliff.
And the day after you saw the apparition, the cross was at an angle?
Aye, all askew. Everyone here saw it. I didn't go back. I can't.
Don't worry, Gerda. Nobody's going to make fun of you anymore. I'll find out what it was all about and what you really saw there.
What do you think happened?
I don't know yet, but you needn't fear. Everything will get cleared up soon.
Thank you. By all the saints, thank you. But please, come and tell me how it turned out. I'll make it worth your while.
Gerda really did see something. That cross hides a... Come here. Go! Sick! Mutts! Ah! Sick! Here you go. Take it. Sick! Here, Mutt. You're my doggy, eh? The Conciliatory Cross. An old memorial to some unfortunate event. This is where Gerda saw the apparition. Fresh soil. Someone was digging here recently. He didn't take either the coin or the books. So it wasn't a thief. It must be something else he was after.
Did you see bit of bone or what looking like that?
Sorry for the stench. I have to spend the night in the woods sometimes.
God be with you.
I need to know more about that strange apparition.
By all the saints, such blasphemy.
Farewell, my friend.
Come here. Whoa! Good. Whoa!
Good doggy, good boy.
I hear you saw some diabolical apparition. Is that true?
Was it the bailiff who sent you? Or old Croper?
No. I want to go to Apollonia to see Ambrose, the hermit. I've heard talk he's somehow linked to that apparition. So I need to know what you saw that night.
Why do you want to know? Forget that shit, pal. It reeks of fire and brimstone.
Want a swig of schnapps? Or two, maybe?
If it's any good, I won't say no. Show it here.
It's just that I don't have anything on me.
Don't offer what you haven't got. I was looking forward to it. Farewell, my friend.
Your father's skin, huh? say about the greatest evil of all? The one called woman. They look like angels on the
What do you have for sale? A word about the price.
Aye, I'm listening.
What would you say to this?
Look, offer a bit more and we can make a deal. Aye, that'll do.
Careful.
How was it with the diabolical apparition? I heard you saw something.
Leave me be.
Want a swig of schnapps? Or two, maybe?
If it's any good, I won't say no. Show it here.
Ah, it's just that I don't have anything on me.
Don't offer what you haven't. Take care.
How was it with the diabolical apparition? I heard you saw something.
Leave.
Want a swig of schnapps? Or two, maybe?
If it's any good.
Ah, it's just that I don't have anything on me.
Don't offer. See you soon, my friend.
How was it with the diabolical apparition? I heard...
Leave me be.
Do you want to roast in hell and choke on sulphur?
But I didn't do anything.
You're not caring well for your immortal soul.
I don't know. One time I carried a lamb all the way to Uyezd for the parish priest. All right, it was the bailiff what asked me to do it, but the good father gave me communion for it. I'm not afraid for my soul, so there's no point trying to scare me with hell.
How was it with the diabolical apparition? I heard you saw something.
Leave me be.
I know how to deal with evil spirits. I know a spell. Want to learn it?
Of course.
Say after me. Vade retro satana.
Vade retro satana.
Vade retro satana. Remember that. You just have to say it, and you'll drive away the devil.
My God, what a spell. It's clear you know your stuff. What did you want to know?
What exactly did you see that night at the crossroads?
A diabolical apparition. A black rider on a black horse flew into Apollonia. His eyes glowed, and his horse was black as charcoal. He turned this way and that a couple of times at the crossroads, and then darted off into the rocks. To the hermit's place, I'm sure.
He turned this way and that? That's strange. Would the devil not know the way?
I'm telling the truth. Gerda from the apothecary saw him too.
But the hermit helps people though, doesn't he?
Aye, he did. Only now they're saying he was at death's door and sold his soul to the devil. And that was the horseman.
Why? Why would the old man have sold his soul to the devil and then kept living as a pauper in his hut?
Who knows what's going on in them rocks? Some devilish trickery for sure. Take care.
Here, mutt! That herdsboy really did see something. And the trail leads into the rocks. Come here, boy. Whoa, whoa. Go! This is the place the innkeeper was talking about. The hermit lives somewhere up here.
Do it! Ha! Ha! A sword, eh? Quiet! Ha! Get out!
horse? What's it doing here in the woods? I should take a closer look. A beautiful horse. Black as charcoal. The herdsboy wasn't lying. And you don't smell of brimstone. You're just an ordinary horse. Someone really did come to see the hermit. But it wasn't the devil.
Here you go. Take it.
God be with you, hermit.
I don't have time for you. go away.
Folk in the village are saying you've made a miraculous recovery. And since then, you won't let anyone near you. What happened?
Nothing happened. I just can't stand all these people coming here and disturbing me. Can't I have a moment's peace?
I came about that sword of yours. I'd like to buy it from you.
I'll keep my sword, thanks very much. It's a fine piece.
Right. Long since broken and unused. I wouldn't hum and haw too long if I were you. Radovan the blacksmith will give you a good price for it.
Oh, right. You mean that sword? I don't have it anymore.
Judging by what I've heard about you, you're a bit fishy, Hermit.
What do you mean?
Well, there's a lot of talk about you in the village. They say you've made a pact with the devil, and are summoning demons from hell.
Old wives' tales. What do I care about such nonsense?
Well, but supposing it isn't nonsense?
Of course it is.
The apparition was seen by the conciliatory cross at night.
Old wives' tales.
I went to take a look, and it really is askew. But it wasn't magic that Hellspawn was wielding. It was a shovel. There was a hiding place beneath the cross. And the man digging there at night didn't have time to put the cross back in the right position.
By all the saints! So someone was digging there. What has that to do with me?
There was a brand new cloak of the Knights of the Cross in the hiding place. It's clear that the man doing the digging hid it there, maybe to cover up who he really is, and what he's planning.
I still don't know what you want from me. What have I got to do with some cloak?
The man who took things from the hiding place can't have been some chance thief, because he left a purse full of coin there.
So keep the groschen, lad, and stop pestering me. It's nothing to do with me.
I found some pretty interesting documents of the Order.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I reckon you do, Ambrose. According to one of the documents, you were appointed Seneschal of the Knights of the Cross with the Red Star. Or are you going to tell me it was some other Ambrose?
I'm not going to tell you anything. I don't know anything about any documents.
That's enough. I think there are enough fishy things going on around you for me to tell the bailiff, but you're in luck. All I'm after is that broken sword. So, come clean.
You're wide of the mark. But in the end, maybe you could help me.
What do you want help with, Ambrose?
I'm not Ambrose. He died some time ago. I am Conrad, Knight of the Cross with the Red Star.
What are you doing in the hermit's hut, then?
In Prague, I got into a serious dispute. Ambrose was the only person who could help me. That's why I came to see him.
I'm guessing that the diabolical horseman scaring people round these parts was you.
That was not my intention, believe me.
Ambrose is dead, you say? How did it happen?
He was an old man. Unfortunately, he was already at death's door when I found him.
And you had nothing to do with his death?
Of course not. Ambrose was my friend. I'd known him for 20 years. He was a good member of the Order, and an outstanding teacher.
Ambrose was a member of your order?
More than a member. He was the Seneschal, second in rank only to the Grand Master. He served the Order for many years before getting into a dispute with the Prague chapter and the Inquisition. Then he had to disappear. I was the only one to know where to look for him. But I came too late. All he managed to tell me was his last wish.
You scared the life out of Gerda from Troskowitz that night. What were you doing there?
Ambrose had a hiding place beneath the cross where he kept things from his past.
I found some documents there from the Knights of the Cross. But Ambrose clearly wasn't interested in them. So what did he send you to get?
He sensed that death was coming for him. He wanted me to help settle his affairs. And he also longed to hold his old sword in his hands one last time. I went to his hiding place that very night. But by the time I got back, Ambrose was dead. I put the blade on his grave, in place of a cross.
So the sword is on Ambrose's grave. Will you tell me where I can find it?
You want to disturb his rest?
I just want the sword, that's all. It's no use to him now.
All right. I'll tell you where his grave is, if you fulfill Ambrose's last wish instead of me. I can't do it.
All right. What am I supposed to do?
Listen carefully, then. There's an old widow called Margaret living in the village. Take this cross to her, and say to her exactly these words. Margaret, Ambrose forgives you, but his brother must get what is rightfully his.
Margaret, Ambrose forgives you, but his brother must get what is rightfully his.
That's right.
I hope she'll know what this is about.
Don't worry, she will. Give her the cross, and I'll tell you where you can find the sword. Benedictio Domini sit tecum.
You silly doggy.
Look what I have for you.